princess to a queen she's grown, learning to fly with each wing she's shown. First crochet, then knit, now sewing she goes, spinning and dyeing, what's next, who knows? She walks her path with courage bright, from morning sun to stars at night. No task too small, no dream too high. She'll soar above, reach the sky. From thread to thread, her story weaves a journey of strength, best believe. From spinning wheels to stitching seams, she crafts her world, living her dreams. Each new skill, a chapter turned, with every challenge, lessons learned. In skeins of yarn, her spirit threads, creating life with needle and thread. She moves with grace through tangled lines.
Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, no biting.
She's just trying to find more food. And if it's you, then oh well.
Right? I'm having way too much fun. Way too much fun. Yes, we just finished eating. And of course, eating without mama takes a little bit, is a little faster. So it takes a minute for her belly to send that signal to her brain that she's had enough. Well, and she's a little piggy, so she likes to make a piggy of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's welcome our friends in the house, which of course we're going to start with Mel. Thank you for joining me tonight. Our newly fully monetized Lathalia's Little Hook. I am so proud of you, sweetheart. And
Couldn't have done it without you guys.
We have Miss Zoila in the house, and Wildfire, Sally Stevens, Lisa Nitz, Deborah Richardson, Dragon Cat, and Linda's in the house, Jenny C. Welcome, welcome, my friends, and Miss Angela, welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, you know what, honey? We couldn't have helped you, though, if you didn't put the videos up and you didn't put yourself out there for us to meet and get to know and fall in love with. So, you know what? It's a team effort, right?
It really is. And that's why I usually don't say my channel. I say our channel for everybody who supports me and watches me and laughs at me. No, I'm kidding. But
so
thank you guys.
I was incredibly naughty today, but I think everybody in the chat will find it rather funny, because you know how annoying those spam callers are that we all get, right? The only time my phone ever rings, it's a spam caller. Well, this afternoon, after we ate, we went outside to do our business because we have only had one accident in the house. We have gone outside every single time other than that, and the accident was my fault. I lost track of time and didn't get her out in time. But that being said, we were outside and just about to come inside, and wouldn't you know, my phone rang. And across the screen, it says potential spammer. So I answered, hello. And I heard it click over, like they're going to start talking to me. And I picked my beautiful, lovely little lady up here and held her close to my body where she was in no danger of any harm whatsoever. But, little piggies don't like to be held in the air. And they let out the most god-awful squeal. And while she was doing that, I put the receiver of my cell phone up to her mouth.
Oh, they must have thought you were murdering someone.
I highly doubt they will call me back again, especially
Oh,
considering most of them, wear headgear of some sort when making those phone calls. So
hi, Rebecca.
that
That's
made
so
my day.
funny. That's hilarious.
I was like, well, I mean, hey.
We had a spam caller call, and my sister picked it up, and it was actually about, health, and, like when they say they're Medicare or whatever. But he was like, we'd love you to switch back to CVS Pharmacy. We've never used, like, we used it where we used to live, but in the 10 years we've lived here, we have never used the local CVS Pharmacy for meds.
Right.
And they're like, can I switch you back over? And she goes, oh, well, and then she just goes into a litany of, will they be able to help me get better from this? And I have chronic this, and oh, and I'm not feeling so good. And he hung up. He couldn't take it. He could not take it. And then she looks at me and she goes, one down.
Oh, love it. Welcome in, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, revenge on the spam callers, I think, is the highlight of any day. So like I said, literally, my phone does not ring unless it's a spam caller. So, you know. Well, I
No,
was going to set up and spin tonight, but between the king getting home, because he's on days this week, and having to get dinner ready, I had to unset up the room so that I could feed her. And then oh no, I'm supposed to be on in 5 minutes. So I'm just going to sit here and hold this gorgeous little thing, and we can watch Mel make her beautiful thing, and I'll do some work later.
I don't. I think it's pretty. I don't know if it's beautiful. It's a real simple. Um, it's actually called the, like, what is it called? Quick and easy crochet shawl,
I like it. I think it's beautiful. Not my
and it.
colors, but I still think it's very beautiful.
No. This is the supernova yarn in terraforming, but but these are my colors.
Right? All day
I
long.
like. Yeah, and it's just really a granny stitch,
Mm-hmm.
but except it's
Right?
two double crochet and two chains, and that's it. And you make it, you know, however big for your size, and then there's a border. So
Nice. It's a perfect project for a live.
yeah, yeah. I only started it 2 days ago, or
Nice.
something, so it works up really quick, really quick. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Did you hear what I was making, Lisa? It's a shawl, and it's almost to the right size. So
You'll be able to wrap yourself up nice in that.
yeah, I think I might make it a bit oversized because I have the yarn for it, and I
Right?
prefer things that I can wrap myself up in.
Right.
So
Well, I had to put my mosaic on hold. I am going to get back to it as soon as I possibly can, but I have a commission for a blanket, so I had to start that. So my frantic Fridays are going to go from the mosaic to the corner to corner graph gan that I'm making for now. And as soon as I'm done with the corner to corner, I will jump back onto the mosaic.
yeah,
But commissions have got to come before personal projects in my
right.
world, anyways. And
Yeah,
I accepted the commission, and that means that I have to have it done. So,
I'm sorry you're exhausted, Lydia, hon. I hope you can get some good rest.
Yeah, this person I've made one before. I've made one for them before. I made them a Darth Vader blanket. So this one here is Stormtroopers. But the Darth Vader was my pattern. This one is a pattern I found on Etsy. So, other than the hiccup that I can, for whatever reason, in my mind, we started at this corner and went to that corner. But we actually started this corner and go to that corner. So I had my front and my back reversed for a few rows. But I got it figured out now.
Oh, good.
Well, unfortunately for the bag map, I mean, it's doing real good. I just haven't gotten to stick any new pins up there in a while because, I mean, I've gotten one sale since the beginning of the year.
Well, we can always get Sally to move around because she seems to be winning your bags everywhere. So, I mean, if she just, goes on vacation,
Right?
and then you can put it in that place.
Well, Sally, make a trip to Greenland because that would be really cool. No, I'm just kidding.
It's good to have a day of rest, Lydia. It's good to just disconnect sometimes.
For sure. Take that very much needed downtime and spend a little time away from the screen. Maybe even, play with some stuff, some crafts all by yourself. Just quiet. I know that always helps me. If not completely quiet, I put on some nice music or an audio book. Well, Coco and Khaleesi are half mad, half excited.
I was going to say, which one likes to mother again? Is it Coco?
Coco.
Is she mothering the baby?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome in. Hello, Mandy. Welcome in.
Hi, Mandy. Hi, Bonnie.
Sounds like a perfect idea, Lydia. I hope that you enjoy your crafting time. This little lady came in and helped me do the wash today.
Oh. Is that she came into the room and fell asleep?
Oh, no, I carried her around while I put everything in because I had to go to the laundromat one last time. My washer and dryer won't be here until Thursday.
Okay.
So, because I have to wait for them to deliver it and install it. And the washer that I got both front loaders. And
Yay.
these ones are large capacity, plus they have a different system on them that is made for pet owners because it removes all the pet hair off of your clothes while it's washing and drying.
Oh.
And collects it in a special spot so you can clean it all out.
Yeah, I had my washer go on alarm for like a full day, and I kept stopping it and restarting it, and it was still alarming, and I finally looked it up, and it was the filter down at the bottom because I hadn't cleaned it out. Last time my dad had cleaned it out, but when it gets that bad, and if it's in the middle of a load, you have to drain all the water out. And it was like, ah.
Right. Yes, Miss Lydia, I have a little piggy in my hands. Her name is Aria, kind of like, or well, not kind of like, exactly like the youngest Stark sister in Game of Thrones. She was the one that killed all the White Walkers. A very seriously fierce lady. And this little one here, she don't take no guff, so I think it fits.
Hi, Julie. Welcome in.
Well, welcome in, welcome in. And we went, had to drive all the way to Somerville to pick her up, which is about a 2-hour drive from us. Yes, Miss Bonnie, she's a piggy. She is mostly coon, but she does have just a little bit of Juliana in her. Her mama was half coon, half Juliana, and her daddy was full coon. They're a smaller breed of pig, kind of like the Julianas, just a little bit bigger. So she should get between 30 and 40 pounds, maybe is up to 50, but I highly doubt it. Thank you, Miss Lydia.
Sally asked if you could hold her up a little more so they could see her. Oh, little baby. She's like, no, that's bright. Trying to sleep.
As long as she can cuddle, she really don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, God, I can see her little nose going.
Isn't they cute?
Oh.
She's around 3 weeks old, Miss Sally. So I am feeding her by hand, but there was an unfortunate situation with her mommy, so she needed someone that knew how to feed a little one. And I've been around animals my entire life and hand feeding babies about that long as well. So she's a good fit for us. She's eating really well and she goes outside and does what she needs to. She doesn't accident in the house as long as we take her out after we eat. And we got her the largest crate that they make. It's made for the great big giant dogs, just so she can sleep somewhere that's safe, you know.
Hi, Maggie. Welcome in.
And she loves scratches. Her favorite things are these right here. All right, Miss Lisa, you enjoy your lunch and some knitting time. Yes, Bonnie, she sleeps right here in this room with her crates in here.
Yes, it is doggy life. You're going to get that question a lot.
Yeah, that's all right. Yes, it's a pig.
No, not spoiled at all, Julie. And we're talking about Bridget here.
None of my animals would be spoiled ever. Never, never, never. Just very well loved.
To the extreme.
I haven't gone toy shopping for her at all yet.
Hi, Trish. Welcome in, hon.
Hello, Bear. Welcome in, sweetheart.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Brenda.
Hello, Marie. Welcome in, sweetheart.
Hi, Marie.
Well, okay. I might spoil them a little bit, but just with love. I also expect them to be well behaved and, do as they're told. So, like, just for instance, yes, it's a pet piggy. She'll only get about 30 pounds or so. There we go. Hello, Miss Felicia. Welcome in.
Hi, Felicia.
No biting. No biting, little girl. She says, I woke up.
Now it's time to roughhouse.
Mm-hmm. Every time she thinks she wakes up, she thinks it's time to eat again. Well, she just ate, so.
Is that her I hear
The
grunting?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hi,
Let me tell
Mandy.
you, she can let out a holler.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, she can get quite a boisterous. But for the most part, she doesn't holler unless she's scared. Right, right. And that is all she's doing is she's looking for mom, looking for
Oh,
food.
poor baby.
She doesn't need any food. She had just ate.
I'm not saying that. I'm thinking more about the, mommy
Yep, just
thing.
ask the
But she's got
telemarketer.
you now, so, and she'll get used to that. And
Oh yeah, when we go outside, she already comes. As soon as she goes and does her business, she comes and she stands right between my legs. She's okay. I'm ready. Listen here, little girl. Listen here, little girl. Yeah, you listen here, little girl. Hey, where you going? Where you going? She says, I'm gonna find it. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna find it. Huh? Yeah,
you got
I
a little
know.
purple pig there rooting around like that.
Yes. These are so cute. All of her legs are the rusty color, except for that one.
Oh, wow. It's like a birthmark almost.
And she's got other smaller spots, but that one is
Yeah.
way bigger than the rest. Yes. Yes. That one's bigger than the rest. Oh yes, Miss Lydia. They are quite interested in her, and they've already been running around the house playing with her and checking her out, and she runs after them and plays and has fun. Yeah. And we go outside together. Yeah.
I think that's wonderful because she won't, get lonely in her babyhood
Right.
without the other piglets.
Right.
She has piglets. They're called Coco and Khaleesi.
Right.
And Sassy.
Right.
Ooh, what does Socks think of her?
Socks was pretty, he thought that was pretty cool. All the outside kitties came and checked her out. They all said hi, and they were all like, of course, they were trying to figure out what she was, but then they come over and
Mhm.
actually, Bonnie, pigs are incredibly easy to potty train, and you can do it one of two ways, or you can do it both ways depending on what works best for your household. You can either litter box train them like a cat, or you can train them to go outside like a dog. And they're perfectly good at both because a lot of people say pigs are disgusting, dirty animals. In truth, they are not. Pigs will roll in the mud, but they roll in the mud because they're trying to cool themselves down. They cannot control their internal temperature like we do. So rolling in the mud helps to cool them. And having that layer of mud helps so that the sun beating down on them doesn't hurt their skin. Piggies do not like to mess where they eat. So if she considers a specific area her bed, her eating zone, she will not mess there. So you can either give them, a potty pad and teach them, once they make it to the potty pad, you teach them outside. Or you can put a litter box. I don't like litter boxes for cats, so I'm not real keen on litter box for a piggy. As long as I have my way, Bella, yes, she will be. She has to do as she's supposed to do. But as long as she does like she's supposed to do, then yes, she will be.
Aw.
Yeah,
Hi, Crystal.
quite often this breed of pig is kept as a house pig. I understand, doggy life. You enjoy your time with your children. That's far more important.
Yep.
Welcome in, Miss Crystal. It's great to see you. Hello, Nessa. Welcome in.
Hi, Nessa. How are you?
Yeah, she caused quite the fuss at the Tractor Supply today. I went in to see if they had any chicks yet, and they didn't. But all the people working in there were just like, oh, they all came running over, had to see her. Yes. She should be about 30 pounds, Nessa. And not quite knee high, and that's even on me, and I'm rather short, so. Probably about the same size as what Tiny is. Huh. You're not going to find nothing there. I know. It's awful, isn't it? Right. Right. And of course, I got absolutely no work done this weekend.
No, I bet you didn't.
I got a few rows on a blanket. That's it. Hi, Liz. Welcome in, sweetheart.
Hey, Liz. Welcome in.
What
Ooh,
you doing?
Joanne's order, Nessa. Exciting.
There we go. Settle down. And she wags her tail. It's so cute. Right? I mean, I have the perfect excuse because who could say no to holding her? Huh. I can't do it. No. Yeah, well, yeah. I got through tonight though. I was supposed to have an order out today, and yeah, I lost track of time last night, but it won't take me very long. Excuse me. But right now she's eating every 3 hours or so, except for in the once she goes down for bed, then she can go about 5-6 hours. I put one up so far, Bella, and I recorded another one, but I recorded it horizontally and not vertically, so I'll have to put that one in a regular video. I definitely plan on doing some more of her because she's just too much fun.
I turned a horizontal video short into an actual short by just cropping it into a narrow space, and
Okay.
YouTube took it as a short. And it had
Awesome.
like the black bar above and below it because it was horizontal, really. But it was still big enough that people could see what was in the video and everything like that. So,
Oh, sorry to hear that, Nessa. Hopefully they'll have another color that, you like it at least almost as much.
yeah. Hi, Lana. Welcome in.
I think that's Lana, isn't it?
I thought it was Lana.
There's a Lana and there's a Lana.
Okay. I've always pronounced this one Lana, too.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
You're probably right. You usually are in these cases. I could be remembering wrong. I know there's two, but
Do you pronounce your name Lana? And we'll just wait and see if it's a yes or a no. Hi, James. Welcome in.
hello, James. How are you?
Okay, it's Lana. Anna with an L. So this one is Lana. Okay, sorry I've been pronouncing it wrong. I apologize.
And I didn't get my dishwasher this time because the extended warranties for the washer and dryer were astronomical. But we were very afraid after what happened to the dishwasher last time to go without. The only nice thing is if we don't end up having to have any servicing done on the machines for the time that the warranty covers, we'll get half of it back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. We'll just have to keep track of the paperwork for the next 5 years and remember we need to go in and do that 5 years from now. That's plausible. Sure. Considering when I was at the laundromat today, a lady looked at me and goes, I know you, don't I? I'm like, I have no idea. She goes, you look like this girl named Bridget. And I said, that's me. And I'm still looking at her like I have no idea. She goes, I'm the guy, the girlfriend of the guy you get wood from sometimes. I'm like, oh, hi. No.
Oh my gosh. Like you're gonna remember.
I've met her once, I think. And with my memory, oy, you know?
It's like my memory. I'm like, I know that person. I know that person. Where do I know that person from?
Right.
And then, nope, it just doesn't happen.
I forgot to do something. There you go. Here we go.
Yay!
Welcome, Miss Bonnie and Karen and Tracy and Lori and Sarah. Welcome to the crew.
Yay! Welcome, everybody. Have a good dinner, Jenny. Have a great week. Hi, Cindy.
Oh, and since I did start a Stormtrooper blanket, I have an update on the bobbins received from the pajama family. They are fabulous. Oh my God, I love them. Very easy to load and no tangling issues as long as you keep the string short and hook them onto the bobbin the way you're supposed to. I have not had to sit and untangle, and I was watching Lori from Lori's Crochet Stories and More. Or Lori's Stories and Crochet, sorry. Had that completely backwards. She's doing a graftan of her own making. And that poor girl, I watched 5-10 minutes. She was sitting there untangling her bobbins. I'm like, oh, good gravy. And that was right before I started mine. And I haven't had that issue. So I owe Jude and Jim a very non-creepy, great big hugging kiss because I love them. They did a good job.
Oh, I've done many a graftan, and anything that can save the tangling.
I'm
Anything.
going to be making a video for sure because, yes, awesome. I'll have to look at that later. No, I didn't get her today. I got her on Saturday. So she's been here a few days. Hello, Lisa Crochet. Welcome in. Yes, yes. Listen to Liz. Smash the thummy. Do it for this cute little lady right here. She would love it. Just saying.
Oh yeah, she would love a warm blanket to snuggle up in with one of those they have pet stuffed animals that do. Oh, thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal. And thank you for watching, Lulu. And thank your sister for being here as well.
But they have them that has a heartbeat thing in it, so that if the puppy or kitten or piggy is away from the mama too young, they can snuggle up against that and feel and hear the heartbeat. And
I went and got her an Easter gnome to snuggle with, and she has a teddy bear to snuggle with, and she has a bunny to snuggle with.
The home menagerie of family members.
And, because I've been the one feeding her and she's now looking at me like mama, I curled up with one of the towels that I gave her so that my scent was on the towel and she could snuggle into that. And she does good. She cries a little bit when you put her to bed, but then she snuggles herself down underneath her blankie and out she goes. She's done really well. Way better than I actually expected.
That's good.
You didn't get your nap today, huh, Miss Mel?
I'm also I've got a migraine kicking in. So
I ain't gonna force you to stay, sweetheart. You're under no obligation.
You never forced me to stay. You never forced me to stay. It just started, so I've got a little time. And then I'll head off to my own Betty Bye with my own. She's already asleep over there under the covers with just her head sticking out. So, thank you, Deborah. I had a busy day. I went to New York. I did not get to meet up with Mama G. She ended up having appointments today. So, there's. Have a good night, doggy life. There's Dragon Cat bossing me around. Hold on.
She gonna get you.
Yeah, she is. No, it's not food. Look who woke up. No, it's not food. But it goes in my mouth. Not your mouth.
And say if you have any dark chocolate.
Mm, I don't know.
Dark chocolate's really good for staving off
Mm,
a migraine or a headache.
yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bella. Oh, I'm lying to Ziva. Is that what you're saying? How could I?
Right?
Mhm. I'd be concerned if she wanted this. It's a dissolvable, so it gets in your system faster.
Right.
But
Well,
and
oh, go
it's
ahead. Go ahead.
minty. It's minty, but it has a medicinal aftertaste that stays with you for like an hour.
Mm.
Yeah, so
You and Liz shocked the bejeebers out of me coming into Camille's last night. I was
I
like,
yeah, I was
what's going on?
exhausted. I wasn't feeling well. I went to bed at like 8:30 and 10:59 I'm wide awake. So it was just like, well, I saw Camille was live and I'm like, I'm going to go in there because Camille has supported me, and it just is that usually when she goes live, I'm not around.
I don't know about that, doggy life. Out of everything on this property, I am probably the scariest when it comes to protecting anything on this property. So I wish you luck.
Oh yeah. Well, you're not getting any of her animals.
No, that's my babies. Second only to my real life human babies. I tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as tired as I've been walking around doing the head bobby thing. I love every minute of it.
Oh gosh, yes.
Oh yes, very much. Mama Bear Bridget is well, she's a scary witch with a B.
Mm-hmm.
I think as sweet as I can be as equally confrontational, but when needed. I just don't like doing that. You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully this weekend we will be out there cutting down some more trees. We got some people coming hopefully to help us get at least this side of the clearing cleared so that we can hopefully have a garden by next summer. It's not going to happen this summer because we got to prepare the land and get all the roots up and all that kind of fun stuff, but really
Well, at least you'll have two pollinator pigs to help you with the little garden you will have. This-
right. Hi Terry, welcome in, sweetheart.
Hi, Terry. Bella, I'm making a simple, easy shawl, and it's very much a granny stitch. I'm granny stitching it, Bella.
I just got a few more ends to tie in and my dress will be 100% complete. Well, really? Really? Okay.
What, Bear? Yeah. Let that cow loose in my overgrown,
Right?
yard.
That's just another pasture for the cow. I
Hmm.
was just trying to be nice to the cow next door, right?
That's like when they have the herds of goats to do mowing on the really steep hills
Yeah.
because you can't mow it any other way. Hmm. Makes sense.
I know I realized today when I was outside, my neighbor has gotten rid of her horse and her goats. It is way too quiet outside now. Because I don't got goats talking. She don't have goats talking. We need more goats around here. But we are going to be putting up some fencing and taking down the dog yard and putting up more fencing so that the dog yard is much, much bigger. They'll have at least half of the backyard. So I know they'll be happy with that. It sounds pretty, Nessa. I've never used that particular yarn, but I think I only bought from Mary Maxim like once or twice. I pretty much, once I found out about all the online places to buy yarn, I had already pretty much stopped buying yarn. So I haven't tried a good many of them.
I think either Erin at Crafting Kitty may have done a review on the Starlight yarn. Or is it Starlet? Starlet yarn. I think she may have done a review. Or Mama G. She loves her Mary Maxim. So check with them, Nessa.
Terry, we actually put a trail cam in our yard just so we could see what exactly the deer were doing to put holes in the yard that are up to a foot deep. And you know it was made by a deer because their hoof is in the bottom of, the print of their hoof is in the bottom of the hole. They're literally coming up and with both feet jumping up and then stomping the ground and putting holes in my yard. I'm not sure what they're looking for, though. It's very strange. But it's neat to see them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetheart, you're falling asleep.
I am. I'm sorry. Maggie says maybe they're looking for water.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so because there's quite a few ponds around here. And right at the very edge of our property, there's a dried up creek bed. So I would think if they were looking for water, they would look more there than in the middle of my yard. We're up a little higher here. Well, who knows? It's nice to see them out there, though. We also have a hawk that nests on the property. She's got a nest up in one of the trees. And we've got a couple coyotes and some fox that come running around every now and again. And turtles come through the yard at least once a year.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Usually it's the box turtles. I think those are so cool. Dragon Cat says Mel needs to go to bed.
Okay. I'm not going to fight it. I've given up fighting about, oh, I can stay awake because it just makes me uncomfortable, and then you guys just get to watch me go, oh, ooh, ooh. And then my head goes back and I hit the wall, and then I'm like, I'm awake and concussed.
Yeah, we all have those
Oh,
days.
good.
And you got to
Goodness.
listen to your body.
So maybe she'll even have the color you want to see. So thank you, Marie. All right.
Excuse me.
All right. I am going to just literally leave you guys and then turn off the light and crawl under the bed or under the covers with that
Beautiful baby.
baby. Yeah.
All right, Lisa, you have a good day, sweetheart. Thank you for coming and being with us. And welcome in, Dawn P. It's wonderful to see you, sweetheart.
And Lisa's saying, Mel, go to bed. Everybody bosses me around. Don't boss me
Right?
around. All right. All right. I love you all. And she is so adorable, Bridget. And I'm
Well,
so
thank you.
happy that you found each other and that you're happy. And that's what it's all about. So I will
Yeah,
see you all later.
love you, sweetheart. Have a good one.
Love you too. Love you all. Shine bright. Shine your brightest. Doesn't have to be so bright, but just as bright as you can muster. All right. Bye bye.
Ooh, tomato seeds. There we go. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to play the thank you message earlier. I am so sorry. Let me do that now. Dancing with Piggy. um, I haven't stuck her on the scale yet, but if I had to guess, 1 to 1.5 pounds, probably. Sure. Oh. There we go. Say hi. Say hi. Yes. Here we go. Oh. They want to see your pretty face. Yeah. They want to see the pretty girl. She says, and I want to be comfortable. She is. She's so adorable. And she's such a sweet girl. She's been so much fun. I think, have you tried heritageseeds.com? They might have something like that or other heritage breeds from the PA area. I've heard good things about that site. I have not yet tried it myself. Well, Liz, you go ahead and move down here, and I'll have you babysit all the time. We'll babysit together as we craft. Yeah, she's been taking up a good bit of time, but definitely worth it. That's another good option, Miss Deborah, for sure. Joe would probably know where to find something like that. Or, oh shoot, Felicia from Oh, what the heck's her channel? She was just in here a little while ago. Let me see if I can find her name. Come on. Sorry, I'm looking for her name. I'll know it when I see it. F.R. Humphrey is Felicia, or Miss Mona from Sifting Some Soil might have an idea. Both of them are really into the gardening and whatnot. Darn. And that's a good idea, Rebecca. Sure. There she is. There she is. Up higher. She says, Mama, what you doing? I'm comfy and you're moving me around. Good night, Miss Nancy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where you going? Uh-oh. Where you going? I know. Now we woke up the hungry beast, didn't we? Yeah, I know. We wake up and then we want to eat. Well, darn. I was hoping you might know something. Oh yeah, she gets to be quite the little wiggly worm when she's looking for something to chew on. Yes. Yes. Usually if you give her good little scratches, she'll calm down and right. You gotta give her some good scritches. Some good scritches. Yeah. I took her out today and I didn't let her go inside, but I took her out and let Tiny and her meet each other. He was very, very excited to see another piggy. He was out there just a chuffing away. That was fun. I should have recorded it. But of course I didn't think to. She's really, really smart about trying to figure out how to do stuff too. We have concrete walkway between the back door of the garage and the back porch, and it's about as high as she is, but she figured out how to get up onto that walkway, and it was really funny. She got stuck one time. Her front half of her body was up and the bottom half, her feet were still touching the ground, and she had to figure out how to get her feet up. And she did it. It took her a minute, but she figured it out. Oh, Miss Nancy, you're blowing me out of the water. And I love it. I am so looking forward to seeing that blanket done. She does actually fit into the pocket, Liz. I actually put she was in my hoodie pocket the other day. Because I was trying to get something done. She had fallen asleep in there. So I just got up and did what I needed to do. And she stayed in there sleeping. Huh. My little pocket piggy. Yes. There's a really cute short that's been going around, at least on Facebook. It might also be on YouTube. And it's a lady that's come home from shopping and her husband's sitting at the counter. And I think it says, I just went out and picked up a few little things. And one of the things that she pulled out of her shopping bag was a little piglet that looked very much like her. And someone sent me that video today, and I had to laugh because I had shown that video to the king the day before we got her. Because I've been looking for a while. After what happened with Cersei, we were not in a place at that time, with the king just having had his second hip replacement, to get another baby. And so he had said that, we could, once he was back to working and things were getting better. And so, of course, with spring and new babies, I started looking, and I found that video and I sent it to him, and I just started laughing. He goes, it's that time, isn't it? So, yeah, the next day we ended up going and getting her, which is, I was talking to a couple people, the lady that had her, and then one other lady was also from that area. The piglet was slightly older and was already weaned. Well, that lady was willing to drop the piglet off in Columbia, which is about 30 minutes from me, versus driving 2 hours one way to get her. And as much as I wanted her, I don't like to be a problem, right? So I will often give up what I really, really want if I feel like it's too much of a problem for other people. And not that the king has ever made anything I've wanted a problem ever. That's just, it's a me thing. It's definitely not a him thing. It's a me thing. And we were in the car, we were discussing it, and I was excited about the other piglet, but not like I was about her. And he says, I think I really would rather you get the other one, which is, he was talking about her. He says, I know how badly you want that color, and she could really use you. So instead of taking a half an hour drive and having one delivered, we took a 2-hour drive and had a wonderful day in the car together. Oh, that's a good idea, Miss Nancy. Yeah, a lot of the homesteaders might have ideas. Oh, you little wiggle worm. There's a little wiggle worm. Yes, I hope that you get some sleep, doggy life. Right, hey, where you going? I know, there's no food over there. Here, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Yep. You can't fly. You don't have wings. No. Oh, she's too much fun. Yes, I know. Yeah, she's a happy little girl. She's a happy little girl. Yes. But I'm going to try to keep working on my Witchy Wednesday and try to get those videos out to you guys. And like I said earlier, my Frantic Friday, just for right now, is going to be my corner to corner, because, got to have that commission done. And as soon as that is done, we will be back on mosaic, because I really, really want to do those patterns. She gives you a good workout. At least it's a good workout for me anyways. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, nuzzle. All about the food. Uh-huh. Yes. See, I know you're not hungry because we've only been here for an hour. Yes. It's only been an hour since the last time you ate. I know. Yeah, you don't run the show. No, you don't run the show. You only think so. All day long, the king's at work. He's texting me, you better put that piggy down. You better put that piggy down. I know you got that piggy in your hands. He was only right 90% of the time. But we got our work done today. I just had to do most of it one-handed. That's all right. I learned how to do that when I had little babies at home. Oh, I know, right? That little nose. That little nose. Oh, sorry, Liz. There we go.
Hey.
Girl, hey.
Oh, you need to send my baby over here.
Right. Felicia, she should get between 25 and 40 pounds at the most in general, as long as you don't overfeed her. Now, even little bitty tiny pigs, like Tiny is, the Julianas, if you overfeed them, they can become much larger than the typical pig of their breed. With the little pigs, controlling their diet is highly important because, well, they can be a little pig-headed when it comes to food time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever truly want to understand that saying, just spend an hour with a little pig.
No, she is too cute, girl. I would have her in my purse everywhere. So.
There was a Hispanic family at the laundry mat today.
Uh-huh.
And there's a mom and dad and a little girl, probably about 6 years old. And I had her with me. She was in the basket as I'm loading clothes into the washer. And they could hear her, And the little girl, she's looking. And I picked her up and she's like, oh, and her eyes just got so big. And of course, I understand more Spanish than I can speak. And so I couldn't tell her you can pet the piggy in Spanish. I don't know how to say that. But I just told her, I said, you can pet her. And then I showed her, I started petting the piggy and I moved my hand and she come over and she pet the piggy and she was all excited.
That's cute. That is very cute. You know what's crazy? You wouldn't think mosaic would be a problem for me, but woo, it's been a lot of fun.
Are you redoing your pattern or are you just...
I am doing actually the bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what my daughter-in-law loves is bunnies. So I'm doing it, and I don't know what it is. I might have one eye bigger than the other. I don't know. I messed it up a couple times. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like, come on, sister girl, get it together.
Right. Miss Sally would like to know if you're going to do any more punch needle work.
Yes, I was thinking of doing lives. I don't know, what's today? Monday? Maybe Tuesdays do lives just about the punch needle rugs and stuff, or functions. And then every once in a while do one as I'm going on the blanket. I'm already on the second set of bunnies, thank God. Let me see if you can see it.
Girl, that looks so good.
So that's what it looks like right now. And I'm already on I like the yellow. You know me in yellow. We're best friends.
Right.
And I'm barely on. This is what I have for the gray, even though I got another one there. And then this is like the first cake I'm using. So I think I should be able to do 2 sets of bunnies for every cake.
Awesome.
Tell me about it. I kept tripping after it. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I did find a mistake, but I was like, it's going. I'm not going to undo it. But,
I made one in my, the blanket I'm making for the king. I just went back because by the time I realized what I did, I was already like 15 rows past it. And there ain't no way.
No,
As
that
much
was
as I've struggled with that blanket, there ain't no way. So
mm,
I went and I did basically some surface crochet and put in what was supposed to be there. And unless I point it out, no one's ever
mhm.
going to know.
Like me. I keep looking at the mistake. Like every time I'm moving the blanket around, I'm looking at the mistake. But I'm like, we're like almost. Let me see, 20 rows in already. I ain't gonna go back there. Like,
Mm-mm.
they ain't gonna notice it unless I point it out. You know what I mean?
And then even then they'd be like, huh?
Right. But like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I'm just like, we're going with what we have. So we're going with what we have.
Welcome in, Soila, and you are never late, sweetheart. You are where you need to be. But thank you for coming by.
Get ready to party. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
Be like, cue the strippers. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. As long as he has some hanks of yarn, I'd be like, yeah,
Right?
what
That's
am
the
I
way to go.
doing? Oh, what am I doing? But yes, it's been one of those days. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's the because of the stuff that I had in my system. But girl, I woke up at 7 o'clock, and by like 11, almost 12, I was knocked out until almost when the kids got home from school. I was just like, now I feel better.
Well, that's good.
Boy,
Yeah, you gotta rest when your body tells you to rest. Best to lay down and do that.
hmm
I say that. I don't ever do it, but you know.
hmm I do it just because the medication. Be like, think, not because I want to go to sleep. It makes me fall asleep. Hmm
I want some of those itty bitty teeny little goats, the little fainting goats and stuff. That's
Did
what
you see the little donkey, the miniature donkey? I was like, yes.
see now I have issues. I have issues with the taking and miniaturizing the donkey to that small and the cow to that small. I have like moral issues with it, but the other half of me goes, "Oh my god, it's so cute."
Me too. I mean, to me, I'm like one of those, like, you know how, like, me, all my trees I planted are fruit trees. Like, if you're going to be on my property, you're going to have to do something. So I think I would be the same, being like, oh my God, a donkey. But I'm like, I can't get nothing out of the donkey.
You're right.
So I need something that's going to help out a sister too.
See, the reason for most people end up getting donkeys is like if you have them out with like your goats and stuff like that, if they're raised with that herd of animals, donkeys are very protective.
Ooh.
They can be big jerks if they're not, raised around those animals, but they're also very, very protective of the animals they were raised by.
You're describing my husband. I'm just kidding.
That's that's also like in the birds. That's what most people get geese for.
Oh, okay.
Like when we had our goose, we got her to protect the ducks and protect the chickens because they're very protective, and they work quite like guard dogs, because if anything is in your yard that does not belong there, a goose will sound off and let you know.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, remember how I want to get chickens, girl? So my father-in-law sends me this video. I swear he is my partner in crime. Love him to death. He has another month off because his foot is not healed correctly yet. And he's like, look, you can buy diapers for the chickens. My husband just looked at me like, no, you're not getting diapers for the chickens to be in the house.
Yeah. There are people that have pet chickens and they put diapers on them, and yep.
Oh, dude. My father, he's like, don't be showing her stuff like that. She's crazy alone. She doesn't. Nobody else to make it even more, you know?
I love the dwarf rabbits, Terry. They're so cute. I mean, rabbits are really cute. I love them. They're awesome, but no.
See, I would have a rabbit, but the one that gives you, like, you can make yarn out of them. I'd be like, yes, give me two.
Right.
No? But just a regular rabbit? No.
We've had all kinds of rabbits. I've had the ones that literally feel like crushed velvets. You know,
Ooh.
the Rexes, they are awesome, awesome. I've had the really long hair ones. I've had meat rabbits. Not that we ate them. Now, I have ate rabbit, wild rabbit, because my uncle went small game hunting and my mom would cook it up in a traditional Italian way. And rabbit's quite yummy.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah, on my short of her, someone said as a comment, looks like about 100 grams of protein.
It's funny and it's not funny at the same time. I'm sorry.
Now, I will admit that pork is probably my second favorite meat. However, she's my pet. That makes her off limits. She has a name that makes her off limits.
Right? If they have a name, you're not, oh, as long as you're not be like, hey, pork chop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, if I name it, even if it's a silly food name, if I call you bacon bits or, hamburger, no, I know.
Oh,
I get attached. I am very female that way. But on the other hand, if I don't name it and all I do is feed it and do what it needs to keep it alive, yeah, I'm very much farm girl where that's gonna fill my belly.
yeah. I would be able to name it and eat it. But that's just me.
And I'm really funny about like if it's a mercy thing, like if I had an animal that, God forbid, had really, really bad cancer and there was nothing that they could do for this animal. And I'm sorry, I wouldn't put my dog through chemotherapy. I just would not do that. I don't feel that that's right for me personally, not judging anyone else that makes different choices. But that being said, if my animal were in a situation like that, I would do the humane thing and let it cross the rainbow bridge or help it cross the rainbow bridge. In an instant like that, I can do it.
Yeah.
If we're going to eat the animal, unless I'm out hunting and I don't know that animal whatsoever, like I've been deer hunting, I prefer bow hunting rather than gun. I find it to be more sporting. Gives the animal at least a little bit of a chance because I have to be really good to get it. I'll do that. That's not a problem. But like if we're gonna raise a flock of chickens and butcher that flock of chickens, I can't be the one that ends it, but I have no problem being the one that cleans them.
Okay, well, see, there you go. We are made for each other, girl.
I don't think that I would, just because I think that would be, I would wonder, because it's in there, if it could, I don't, medically, I don't know if that would be an issue, but me personally, if I knew that was there, I couldn't. Oh, bless you. Bless you.
How are the girls with the baby?
Oh, they love her.
The baby's not scared of them or anything?
No.
Oh, that is so good.
No.
That is so good.
Coco is all about being everybody's mama.
Aww.
So, she's over loving on it. And Khaleesi, she's smelling on her and, trying to play with her. And Sassy is very curious, but Sassy is a very withdrawn, scaredy cat kind of cat. So she hasn't completely approached her yet, but she has gone up and sniffed around her box and that. And she's laid on the table watching her. but she hasn't approached her yet. Now, Socks and the outdoor kitties have all come up to her, and they all rubbed on her and went off and did their business. I've got a pretty good group of animals around here. They all seem to understand that, you know, and it ain't about that. Ain't nobody above nobody, you know? They all get loved on.
Oh, yes, they do.
And when I took her out by Tiny, he was out. Oh, man, he was excited. He was just a chuffing away.
How cute. Are you this one's a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be roughly the same size?
Mm-hmm. Should be.
That's good. That means you can make a lot of babies.
If we decide to go that way, we definitely could. I haven't made that decision. You know, we'll see what happens.
Right. Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like to have, when I get animals, I like to have at least 2 of each kind of animal, whether they're both female or male and female. I prefer to have like 2 dogs, at least 2 cats, you know, because I want them to have a friend that speaks their language.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I talk to my dogs, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they know what I mean.
Right.
But, you know, they can't talk to me back.
Right.
You know?
And the only reason I laugh is because I was watching a video. I don't know who sent it to me. And it was a bunch of dogs and a cat. And the cat would pant like the dogs and bark like a dog. Like you can hear, like, you know, her trying to mimic what the dogs were doing. I'm like, the little cat thinks he's a dog. I thought that was so cute. That's why
I was a teeny bopper. I hadn't had my son yet, and the house hadn't burnt down yet. So I was probably around 13, 14 years old. And we had 14 dogs in the house. And then there was another 6 to 10 of them out in the kennels. Well, just so happened we had a litter of poodles born, and someone came to the pet shop my mom worked at and groomed animals at, and they had a little baby kitten that the mother was hit by a car.
Oh.
And the lady didn't, she couldn't take care of this kitten. She didn't know how. Well, we took this kitten home and gave it to the mother poodle. So the mother poodle raised the kitten. She let the kitten nurse off of her and everything. So we had a kitty that wagged its tail, just like puppies. And we had puppies that climbed the fence of their little enclosure, just like a kitty.
Oh, wow.
It was so funny.
Mm-mm. Man, come on. Oh, there you go.
That's right, Bear. Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
Mm-hmm. I've seen even the parrots bark like dogs because it thinks it's a dog. I'm like,
we had a ringneck parrot, like Kiwi.
mm-hmm.
Adrian's bird, and ours was gray. And when we got her, Khaleesi was born, and her brother. So the puppies would be crying, right? Within 2 weeks of getting the bird, she started crying like a puppy.
Aw, how cute.
So funny. Yay, Dee! Well, I'm happy to hear that. I hope that you love it, sweetheart.
Oh, yes. Happy dance.
I'm still thinking on what I'm going to make with my yarn.
Ooh.
We did a little swap-a-roo.
Oh, that's exciting.
Right? I like a good swap because, I really don't like to spend my money. I really, it does not make my heart happy to spend a bunch of money. But, you send me this and I send you that. I love it. Doesn't bother me a bit. Even if I have to, like, I had to buy the fabric to make the bag, and it didn't bother me a bit because that's as far as the way I look at it, that's an order.
Right. And see, I'm one of those people. I need to be able to sneak the yarn in my house to get excitement because I buy yarn. I don't know. If the
Right.
hubby's like, go ahead, go shopping, like, don't tell me what to do. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, she's sleeping again. She's at that stage where they eat and they sleep. That's the piggy doggy life, is Aria. We have well, my other female piggy was Cersei, and then we had 2 goats that were Sansa and Tyrion, and one of my dogs is Khaleesi. So, yeah, we were slightly fans of Game of Thrones. Yeah, I was quite upset with the king for having me watch that show when I seen the first episode. I was highly upset and very triggered. But then he kept watching the show and I wasn't watching it, but I could hear it while I was cooking and whatnot. And it ended up calling me in, and I fell in love with that show. All right, so I'd like take your time, sweetheart. Yeah, I got Coco before I knew anything about Game of Thrones, so she's the only one with the odd name. Well, no, Tiny doesn't have a Game of Thrones name, but that's because he was just so tiny when I was holding him, and he was actually twice her size when I got him. I just looked at him and go, well, you're just a little tiny thing, aren't you? And the king says, that's it. That's his name right there. That's a good name. So,
What's your baby's name?
Aria.
Aria.
Yeah.
That's cute. Ooh, I had to go get water, girl. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Does she sleep close to you, or is she sleeping with the puppies?
She sleeps in here. I plan on putting her crate in there, but we've got, they sleep in my laundry room.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to move everything out of the laundry room and make sure that it's scrubbed down good because they're going to be here on Thursday to install my new washer and dryer.
Oh, okay.
So, temporarily, she's in here and there and there. Well, we had Tyrion, and we had a male goat named Tyrion. And God, I miss him so much. Oh, I miss him so much. I miss Leia more though. Leia, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see her super tiny too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I gave her every feeding she ever had, because as soon as her mom had her, she tried to beat the ever living heck out of her, and I had to pull her out of there. And I wasn't going to allow that to happen. So I had to do what I could do to help her, and unfortunately, she ended, she was in that same place where she had been born, and them dogs got in there, and heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like a lot of time around here, it just people don't seem to take care of their animals very good. I'm constantly driving down the road and seeing puppies on the road. There was a German Shepherd the other day. A poor puppy wasn't more than 3 months old.
I think it's a lot of like dumping also, you know.
Yeah.
We've had, you know, a couple, you're like, what are they doing way out here? You know?
You know, and a lot of times people will drive by here and they see we have animals, and a lot of people that have animals will take in animals. So they will purposely dump them here. But I live on an extremely busy road. Like semis are constantly flying up and down this road because there's great big chicken farms on this road and there's a great big pig farm on this road. So they're constantly going to those farms because they're not farms like a mom and pop farm. These are industrial
Yeah.
farms, I wish I could, doggy life. I take care of as many as I possibly can. That's how I ended up with 6 male cats.
Mm-hmm.
And there were more, but unfortunately, they found the road and yeah. No, these are just I can't remember what company they are, but they're all they produce chickens, they produce eggs, and so they do meat and eggs at these farms. So
Does that mean your eggs in your area are cheaper than other places?
oh, good
Or
God, no. Girl, I paid $9 for 18 eggs.
isn't that crazy?
This is why we're looking for chickens.
Hey, you better. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, all the boys get along. 2 of them are brothers, and then the other 4 of them are brothers. Their mommies, the 4, they're their uncles are the 2. They're the 2 older boys. There was a female cat in their litter, and their mommy was about twice the size of her, and because she was so small, by the time the kittens had their eyes open, they outweighed her. So she couldn't take care of them by herself, and she would bring them up to me, and I'd start taking care of them and helping her out and feeding her extra and whatnot. Well, she had a few litters, and I was searching around trying to find a place to get them all fixed before I could get a hold of that place. And with everything going on with the king, she had another litter, and then the female kitten from that litter had a litter. Well, she was like her mommy and extremely tiny. Unfortunately, both those mommies have either met the road or moved on from here because neither one of them are around anymore. But now I have, they're half tame, half feral. Like if anyone else comes around, these cats won't go near anybody but the king and I. With me, they're fine. I pet them, I pick them up. They're, friendly enough, but they want nothing to do with being someone's pet,
Mm-hmm.
And I have found a program now. I just gotta get a hold of them and then hopefully take everybody in for a doctor appointment so that at least these 6 won't make any more.
Yeah.
Welcome in, MDL. Thank you for coming in, Michael. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling better tonight. Oh, I don't judge them at all. I just want to take care of them. That's all. They're good babies. I love them very much, no matter, just the way they are. I just feel bad that I can't do more, but I feed them as. 2-3 times a day, and I spend as much time with them as I can.
Yeah. Oh yes, oh yeah. Wow.
So the king's always kind of giggling at me. He says, "Yep, finally got the city girl out of you."
Right?
Yeah, me, city
Yes,
girl.
he is 100% right.
Right.
Oh, I mean, is it like everybody's getting sick lately? Like, I've heard of plenty of people like, what?
Well, MDL deals with, not to spread his business or anything like that, but he's got a chronic issue like quite a bit of us do.
Okay.
And so he deals with a lot of pain, unfortunately.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I fell asleep earlier. I was in so much pain and the medication didn't help. And I was like knocked out, feel better now. I mean, it's not gone, but it feels better.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a chronic pain sufferer, I truly, truly understand because I deal with a lot of it myself. Some days, getting even down to a 6 is a good day, you know. As long as you're not at that 10 all day long, it's a good day, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. That's why, like, lately, I haven't really gone downstairs because I can't trust my legs to make it downstairs.
Right.
So I'm just like, well, we're gonna have to stay up here, like it or not.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that so many of our military men and women have suffered so much for the service that they gave. My uncle deals with a lot of stuff. He was over in Desert Storm, and he deals with a great lot because of it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, we can all do better. Ain't none of us perfect, that's for sure. We can all
Mhm.
do better, doggy life. And sometimes, sometimes we got to remind ourselves, I get into that negative headspace sometimes, and then I got to remind myself to look around and go, you know what? 8 years ago, I was homeless. Like, literally homeless, sleeping in a park.
Mhm.
Now, I have so much to be thankful for. So even on a bad day, even when I'm having so much pain, I can look around. It's like I have not a perfect life, but a very blessed life. I am truly very blessed.
Yes.
I have a partner that loves me very much and a very nice life.
Mhm. That's
Not
like,
to mention some amazing friends.
remember how you were, that I told you that they wanted me to see a therapist or whatever. I was like, I'm not a therapy person. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people, like my daughter-in-law and my son, they go and talk and do all that stuff. I'm just not meant like, you know what I mean? Like, I always tell people don't believe it. Like, it's like I did have a very bad life, like really bad life, and I've been having a great life for 15 years. What do I got to talk about? You know what I mean? It's like I got
Right.
good friends. My husband's great. My kids are great. Father-in-law's great. Like, what am I going to talk about? I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm shooting out, money or whatever. No, I always see the small things as wow, like 100%. And
Right.
me, I'm like with you, something happened happy for you or exciting. Girl, it feels like I won the lottery too. You know what I mean? So it's one of
Right.
those, at least in my head, like I got you guys to talk to. Why do I got to pay $400 to go talk to somebody You know what I mean? Instead of, Bridget, you could be like, girl, you better slow the,
Right?
so it's like, yeah, no, we're okay.
Well, welcome in, Lori. It's wonderful to see you, sweetheart.
I love it.
And welcome in, Mary. Thank you for coming in. Lori, little update on the bobbin situation. Girl, they're wonderful. Like, I am not having any of that tangling issue that you were having to deal with. Thank goodness.
Yeah, love it.
It's a good way to look at it, Michael. Crafting has helped me in countless ways.
Mm-hmm. The other day, I don't know if you saw, we went to Joanne's, all of us together. I mean, like, sometimes my husband was like, what are you doing out and about by yourself, right? Because he knows me. If I get really bad pain, it's going to be hard for me to drive back home. But it was so nice to take a lot of them with me because they got to see, because a lot of us, even myself, you know how I struggle with the anxiety to leave my house. So it was like, I need to push myself. And me and we know a lot of people that don't leave their house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like when I see someone else go shopping on YouTube, I feel like I went out of my house, even though I did not go nowhere. So I was just like, let's go show what's out there, Like, I think that's what pushes me to do a lot more because of people like you know, Ray, like all of you guys are so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It helps. It helps a lot, you know, because depression, anxiety, it is hard.
Right.
Really
Sure.
hard. So,
Good night, Miss Sally. Thank you for joining us tonight, sweetheart. I hope you rest well.
good night, Miss Sally.
I hope Camille's all right. Someone said, ask Lori what happened.
What happened to Camille?
I don't know. Welcome in, Thea.
Moving forward. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your mind frame can make such a difference. It really, really can. Staying in a positive headspace is the best place to start to improve your life. It really is for a lot of things. You can look at what you don't have. Like we went out shopping the other day. We were supposed to, what our plan was, not what we were supposed to. Our plan was to get a washer, a dryer, and a dishwasher. With our taxes, this isn't like, like we can do this all the time. This was a tax refund thing. We went to the store and we looked at the washers, looked at the dishwashers, and because we just bought a dishwasher that was literally less than 2 years old and it broke. So we don't generally or haven't in the past bought the extended warranties, but we talked about it prior to going and figured we probably better do that, because they just don't make things like they used to. Back in the day, you could get a wash machine. You could have that wash machine 15 to 30 years and not have a single problem with it other than maybe cleaning it out every now and again. Nowadays, it doesn't seem that way for many of things. So we decided we were going to get the warranties and whatnot. And we went in and we got the washer and dryer. But with getting the warranties, we couldn't afford to get a dishwasher. And at first, I was upset. I really was. And I really didn't have a right to be. He just bought me a brand new washer and dryer. The one I wanted, not the cheapest one in the store, which is what I probably would have done if I would have gone in there by myself, even though I know that's not what I want. And even though I know that's going to be harder on me. But then, today, we had some money come in we have a property that we get paid. They put their trailer on there, so they rent the property, not the, and we, it's not much. It's like $50 a month, but they pay it once a year. So we got that today, and the king says to me, he says, well, you got a choice. We can go in and we can get our glasses, or we can go and we can get your dishwasher. I thought about it for a minute. I really, really, really want the dishwasher because I absolutely cannot stand putting my hands in dishwater. I hate it. It's gross. I have a lot of trauma from my childhood because of dishwashing and things my parents did. So I don't like to wash dishes. I will cook all day long. I will bake all day long. I will scrub floors on my hands and knees. I don't care. I hate putting my hands in dishwater. But I sat there for a minute and I'm like, you know what? We need glasses. Both of us are doing the looking thing, trying to figure out what we're looking at. I want a dishwasher. So, long story short, we're going to be going and getting our glasses this week.
They're so expensive, girl.
They are.
Remember I told you I broke my frame, the frame on my glasses? And this was like the glasses before I have to change to a new set. And I was like, I'm going to hold off and wait. And then there was like pink. I was like, okay, these are like 3 glasses from those blue ones. So, I cannot see to save my life. That bifocal is scary.
Right.
I have to use like my phone and like, picture mode and then just like zoom in on what I'm trying to read. I'm like, why didn't they tell us getting older was losing your eyesight?
Right.
I would have done a lot more.
Wait, like in the past, I would have been still going around here pouting because I don't have my dishwasher, but it's looking at the glass is half full. I don't have my dishwasher. That's correct. But I do have a washer. I do have a dryer, and I'm getting new glasses.
Yeah.
So that's a lot to be thankful for. Most people, a lot of people can't say that,
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Dee. Love you, sweetheart. Have a good night.
Bye. Yeah.
Me too, Anastasia. Me too.
It's like anytime, like I always tell people like me, like it's like we all have bad days. And I'm like, sometimes just look for the smallest good thing. You know what I mean? Because after that, you can look at something else and hopefully, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're going through tough stuff, I always tell people just look at it, think about it like, what can I learn from this? And then move on. Because some things cannot get fixed. You know what I mean? It's one of those learn your lesson and keep it going,
Right. I don't know about that one, Miss Deborah. I don't think I've done the star stitch yet. I know for some blankets, it's rather important that you mark the first and last stitch. Maybe try that so you know exactly where you need to stop. But I can't give real good help on that one because I've not done that one yet.
Mrs. Mary says, buy the latex gloves with the cute cups. She's like, nah, I'm okay.
I'm trying to figure out why I would why do latex gloves have cute cuffs?
So you can wash dishes.
Oh, yeah. I've tried those. I keep getting water down the darn things.
And see, like me, I never fill my sink with water, ever. Like, I'll pile my dishes on the side and I don't like it either. And it has to be like really, really, really hot water for me to be able to. I can
Yeah,
go.
I use only hot water when I'm washing my dishes.
Mhm.
My biggest thing is I'm dyslexic, okay? And the reason I end up typing crazy stuff half the time, well, Nightbot will change it, or not Nightbot, but autocorrect.
Mhm.
But I see what I meant to write, not what's actually there, right? So that plays a thing with doing dishes too, because like I'll scrub them, right? And I look and I look and I look, and there's nothing there. I don't see nothing wrong on the dish. Then I'll put it in the rinse water, and I'll look back, and there's a big old spot on it. It's like, how did I not see that? I just looked at that. So it's the same thing with typing in the chat. I don't see the mistakes that I just wrote until after it's gone halfway up the chat and everyone sees what a dingbat I am.
The other day, I was on Kelly's live. I bring it, and they were talking about. Oh, this morning actually, they were talking about bullying, and I was like, oh, I used to be, I used to get bullied too. She's like, you were a bully. I go look at the message. I'm like, no. I was like, girl, read before, because I have dyslexia too, right? So it looked good, and then when I saw it, it was like auto corrected, but I wasn't saying I was a bully, but it said there I was a bully. I was like, what the hell? Get me in trouble.
I would totally believe Liz is a bully. I tell you what.
Right. You know, my thing, like I always tell people, like, I don't think, maybe because I just say what's on my mind. You know what I mean? And if I see someone's treating someone else wrong, regardless if it's in person, online, whatever, I will say something. And they can be like, Liz, you're the biggest B. Honey, I'm not gonna let no one else get bullied. I'm sorry.
That's right.
It's not, because you know the feeling, and it's like none of the people know us behind our name online. You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
you don't know what they're going through, and then no.
Doggy life, piggies, when they're this young, every time they wake up, they believe it is time to eat. And so she'll calm down in a minute. It's not time for her to eat yet. She needs to wait about another hour, and then I will feed her again.
Do you just feed her like formula, or?
I give her formula, which is specific for it, all small farm life. You can use it. It's really great for her. It's got lots and lots of vitamins in it. And then at nighttime, when I'm going to give her, like, go to bed for the night, I also put just a little bit of oatmeal cereal, baby oatmeal cereal in there, because that is very good for them and helps so that she doesn't get hungry quite as soon. Just like you would do for a little baby,
Yeah.
And Lori says she loves your punch needle stuff, Liz.
Thank you. I'm telling you, I hope, like, I really want to do, like, this day this. I still want to do like the bingo also, because I have a lot of stuff to give away. Ask my husband. But I just wanted, like, to change some rules around, so it's like it works good in my head. Now,
Right.
now in person, who knows if it's gonna work good?
Right. Well, I mean, all you can do is try. I've seen quite a few people doing it with like an automated caller. And instead of having people like pick numbers, they'll assign them like a row.
Mhm.
Like, say, Lori Stories is number 5. And so as the automatic caller is calling all the numbers, if it fills up 5 and all the numbers all the way down from it, then Lori would win.
Mhm.
Before, so that'd be one way of doing it without having to do the call, send in your numbers on this message or on this video, and then you write them all down. Then you've got to double check them.
Yeah. Well, my thing, it's not so much the numbers, it's the winnings. I feel like I would do 3 games a week, and then from there, not physically win anything on those, but accumulate one big prize. And at the end of the month, do a raffle, and that person wins that prize.
Okay.
So the more you come around, the more chances you have to win it. Yeah.
It's an awesome idea.
Shipping is a beast. It is crazy. I was just like,
well, make sure when you start doing that again, use pirate ship. Girl, that pirate ship will save you so much money.
Yes, I use pirate ship, but it's like, either like if they're out of state, I give them a gift card. If they're in state, and it's like, depending where it goes, it's like $7, this much. And I'm like, I could have just hooked up all that money and gave one person a large gift.
Right.
So hopefully people would like that. And we could play more than just like 1 game or 2 games. It would be like faster and you get more chances to win kind of situation. It works in my head. I don't know if it's going to work on paper, but in my head, it sounds good. Good night. Go to sleep, okay?
Night, Eileen.
Good night.
Good night, Christian.
He said, bye-bye. We're supposed to go to sleep since 8 o'clock. But their dad's here. He lets them get away with everything. Not when her mommy's around. I'm like, go.
Right.
Because Eileen, that little girl, she needs that sleep.
Right.
If not, she acts like her mama.
Oh, heaven help us all.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. He lets them stay up late when he's here, but then when they have their meltdowns because they're tired, I'm like, go to your dad. I'm not here.
So that's the funny thing. I'm actually the disciplinarian of our household. The king is also like your hubby and more relaxed. Like, I can actually drop a piece of steak on my floor. And if I tell my dogs, leave it, they will sit there and drool all over it. But they will not touch it.
Yeah.
Now, if Daddy says leave it, gone.
They don't fight with me. If they do fight with me, I'm like one of those people, it makes me laugh. And it's not because of what they're saying. It's just their facial features makes me laugh when they're mad. I try not to laugh because that just makes them more mad. But I have to look away because if not, I'm laughing. Why? I do not know. I know it's bad, but it's still funny to me. What the hell was that? Eileen's watch. Scared the bejesus out of me.
So did the hubby get you that cute teddy bear up behind you for Valentine's?
No, it's over here. No, Kai gave me this. It says, Mom knows best.
For sure.
You were talking about my mouse. Look. He's body. You see how cute he is? He is huge. And soft. I use him as a pillow. Get back there.
Is that one of them squishmallows?
Yes, ma'am. He's 27 inches tall.
My niece loves those things.
$15. I got a dinosaur one for Emily because she likes dinosaurs. Eileen, she has another mouse, and Chris has, I believe it's a purple unicorn. And they were all $15. I was just like, when Eileen got hers, I was like, I want one too.
I mean, shoot, I paid $20 for one of the small ones.
Yeah, no, Walmart, you gotta be checking all the time because they be putting them really, really cheap.
Yeah, I got some for the kids, not this last year, the year before, for Christmas. Because my second oldest niece is just obsessed with the Squishmallows. And I'm like, what is a Squishmallow?
Uh-huh. Eileen is like that. Like she has all her pile of them on her bed, and then she gives herself like this much room for herself. And I'm like, throw those damn things on the floor and lay correctly in the bed. But nope, she likes having them in there. I'm like, all right.
I can't say anything. I had a bed full of stuffed animals. But then again, I was also sleeping in like a queen size bed.
Oh no.
So I had an entire row, and then I had a second row. And they had their place because that's the order were my favorites. My favorite ones were always next to me. But, you know, I actually still have one of those stuffed animals.
Really? That's cute.
He's in my closet because I'm afraid something's going to happen to him. He's gotten dingy over the years, and there's no way I could put him in the washer. Because not only has he been mine my entire life, he belonged to my great-grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
And I would go over there sometimes, and I would snuggle up with that teddy bear when I took a nap in my great-grandma's room. And when my great-grandpa passed away, they gave me that teddy bear.
Aw. That's so cute.
You know, I've had him my whole life.
Don't worry. Eileen and Chris have these llamas they got, like maybe 6 years ago. Those poor things, if you put them in the washer, they're not coming out. They hold on to them. Like anywhere they go when they're home, those damn llamas go with them. They got them on clearance after Christmas from Joann's, and I see them. They smell. I'm not saying like a really bad smell, but it smells like the kids.
Right.
And just like, I was like, well, crochet him a sweater. You crochet him a sweater.
Anastasia, guinea pigs are awesome too, sweetheart. I've had those. We used to actually catch them at this park that people would dump them out at. And so we would catch them and donate them to schools for class pets. And Lori, you scored a deal. She said she found at Christmas time, she went and the store had Halloween Hello Kitty Squishmallows for $1.30.
What? That's really good.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, shoot, that's barely paying for the packaging they were shipped in.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, my kids are 100% into the Squishmallows, you like those little tiny, tiny real size food products and a little thing of milk, you know how expensive those are? Eileen has a bunch of them, and I'm like, they lose them. Alex takes them, let's be honest. And I'm like, there goes, $14.
I buy a lot of that stuff for my youngest niece. She loves having little things she can carry around in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I got her a whole shopping cart full of stuff last year. It had like cereal and different fruits and veggies and stuff like that. And this year I got her a shopping cart and a little register, and yeah. So she was playing cashier while she was over. It was so cute. The grocery item plushies, yeah, that's a little. But then again, half of the toys they're making nowadays are just quite strange.
Right.
Like the miniverse stuff, I don't get it. Why are people buying balls to open up the ball to see if it's got the whatever is it supposed, the one that you're looking for? Like there's like a miniverse library edition, so you can get little bitty miniature bookcases.
Eileen
And
has a bunch of
then
those.
you get little miniature books, but then you got to buy like a bunch of them because you're going to get duplicates of some and not be able to find others. And I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I don't understand.
Girl, neither do I, and they're expensive. Eileen has a bunch of those, and it's crazy because she got one. I think it was like Twilight or something. You can actually read the damn book. I'm like, they make it so like real life, but just really, really tiny. Eileen has a bunch of those too. I don't know what it is. My Eileen's godmother's like, we should have thought about this. That's all. She had to buy. She bought some for Eileen for her birthday or something. I was just like, no, ma'am, no. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What a cheesecake.
Welcome in, Melanie. Good to see you, sweetheart.
Hi. How long do you go for your lives normally?
When I feel like going, I go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I stay for an hour, sometimes 2. We've made it as long as 4.
Lately, that's what I've been doing on mine. Like 4 hours already? You know how when you're just talking like smack, the time just goes by so fast. So it's just like, wow. It's a lot of fun though. I made tortillas the other day on my life, so.
Yum, yum, yum. God, I want to come over and make tortillas and stuff like that with you. That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm. I made flour tortillas. Do you know there's none left? And that I believe there was 18, either 16 or 18 tortillas, and they're not small, they're a pretty good size. And for us not to have any, and I just made them yesterday afternoon.
Right.
But they're so easy to make. Super, super easy.
And my sister gets into making stuff like that. She's even got the press and.
Oh, those are for the corn tortillas.
Yeah.
You should try them, girl. Like if you're making, do you know how you make the oh my god, dinga?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to make homemade tortillas, girl, it tastes so different. Like
right.
It's just, and they're very easy to do. Very easy. All you do is add salt and water to the mix, and that's it.
Not bad at all.
No, ma'am. I only had to learn how to make the corn tortillas because when COVID was so, you couldn't find anything, Right. I learned how to make sandwich bread, corn tortillas, regular tortillas I was making with from a long time, but yeah.
Now I want to get me one of them KitchenAid stands. I've got a cheap stand mixer, but man, I want one of them KitchenAid stands so bad.
You know that there's a better brand that makes them now. That I wish I could get that instead of the ones that I got. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Hi, Miss Lydia. I see people saying hi, so he came in. But yeah, like I have 2 KitchenAid. I got the original one that I got, and this is before I was pregnant with Chris when I got it, or before that. And then this other one, someone was selling it for like $60, and I went to go get it. And it works when you're making 2 different cookies. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to.
Right.
It works really good. Or when you're making bread. Mm-hmm.
I think the only of those that I haven't had, Miss Terry, is the ostrich and the guinea. Guineas are really loud, but I have heard that they're really awesome for rattlesnakes. So,
There's rattlesnakes where you live?
yeah, we have copperheads. Matter
How
of fact, I found one in my shed where I keep my animal feed last year.
I would never go back in that shed. I would burn that thing down.
Girl, I almost bent over and picked it up till I realized what it was. I love snakes. Like I think snakes are one of the coolest animals ever. Um, but yeah, I realized that one had the wrong shaped head, and then I looked towards the end of the tail, and I go, "Ooh, yeah, I don't want to play with you."
Right. Yeah,
But
no.
I made him feel very, very unsafe because I did try very hard to decapitate him. Not that but that animal could kill my animals, so it
Yeah,
was, but I missed, and he took off, and he never come back. So
that's good.
either way, it worked. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Like I keep wanting to push the husband to buy me some chickens, but I really want those silky chickens.
There's a whole bunch of those down here right now for sale.
I'm jelly.
That's what the king wants. I want Polish chickens because they got the really pretty colors and the great big fan tails and stuff like that. But he really wants the silky chickens, and I'm okay with the silky chickens. I like silky chickens. Um, but I don't even care if I have any hens, honestly. I just want a Polish rooster because I love how beautiful their tails are. And eventually I will have some peacocks.
Peacocks are mean.
Not the ones I've had.
You must be like an animal whisperer because
I
it's
Yeah, I've never had issues with animals. Like a lot of people, chow chows are very notorious for being extremely protective. They are not mean dogs. They are very protective. Unless you put them on a chain. Putting a chow on a chain can turn a protective dog into a mean dog. And when I was young, we had a
grr.
chained chow chow brought to us. The family was moving. They could not take the dog with them, and it was either we take him or they were going to put him to sleep. He was
Oh,
massively huge, great big, yes, a beautiful cinnamon color, which is red with the black tips. And no one could get near him. We had him in a kennel, and we literally had to dump food just over, because you couldn't go in there. Well, of course, my mother told us to stay away from him, but I was the one that fed and watered these animals every single day. So every day while I was feeding and watering everybody, I would talk to him. And, at first he was very, showing his teeth, letting me know I wasn't welcome. But then he realized, this is where his food's coming from. I would sit out there and talk to him, and within a week, I was sitting outside of his pen, reaching inside of his pen he would turn his butt towards me and kind of scoot up to the edge of the pen. And I would reach in there and I would pet him. And then about a day or two later, my mother came out of the house and I was inside the pen petting that dog and playing with him. And she started freaking out and getting mad at me until she realized that I had completely tamed him. The entire family could then mess with him.
mm-mm.
And he ended up becoming one of the best dogs we ever had. Yes, Anastasia, African Greys require a lot of attention. When you think about having an African Grey, think about what would life be like to have a child that is forever that between the ages of 3 and 5 years old in the house.
Yeah.
And this is a child that doesn't want an iPad or a smartphone or a computer. They want you to be their constant source of entertainment, interaction, love, and security, which is a great thing if you're the type of person that can do that, that wants to be super mommy 24 hours a day for the rest of your life. Because I guarantee you, I can see by your picture, you're not an old lady by any means, but the bird will outlive you. And then, unfortunately, most of the time, if they're very, very bonded to the person that has passed before them, they get very depressed and they pluck all their feathers, and people don't want to deal with the fact that maybe you cussed in your home. Not saying that you're a cusser, but birds, those birds pick up on that. And if you've got common little sayings that get said a lot in your house, they pick up on that. And new owners don't necessarily want a bird that's saying things that they don't say in their house. So it can be very difficult, not only for the bird as it's living its life, because it wants constant love and attention, but then it has to go through so much when the inevitable happens, unfortunately. But they are amazing birds. I'm not saying don't get one. I love them. I think they're amazing. And if my heart wasn't in the condition that it is in, and I am, as all of us are, truly living on borrowed time, I don't think that would be a responsible thing for me to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To have a 2 to 3 year old every day,
all day,
I would not be able to do that.
Yeah, there's no such thing as putting the bird in timeout or sitting it in front of the TV in front of its favorite cartoon so you can take a little nap. No, if the bird wants attention and it's time to sing, guess what? The bird wants attention and it's time to sing.
Yeah, no thank you. I need my beauty sleep because, as you see, I don't get enough. Okay.
Right? Me neither. I'm sorry, I had to adjust. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go again. Right? Yeah, they could pick up all kinds of things from the true crime shows.
Uh-huh.
I just recently found a true crime YouTube channel that does true crime stuff, but it's all from like Australia. So they're all stories I don't know. I've been really enjoying listening to that. Not that crime is a good thing no matter where it happens, but
yeah,
I
mean, it's just like anybody, there's some people that love stories. Other people, I'm more of a serial killer, horror kind of person.
Right. I like the true crime stuff, and obviously I don't like the crime that happened. I think what happened is atrocious. But one, I always wanted to work in forensic science. But two, it's figuring out the puzzle of why and who and how, and that is what gets me with the true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl.
She sounds so cute, like she's trying to suckle.
Yeah, if you come up to her and you give her kisses, it'll set that feeding frenzy off. Because she all she hears is somebody might be getting some milk.
Right.
Huh. Somebody might get some milk. I want some.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you're very patient with your little animals. Now, not Chris, like Alex, he is 100% of me and a cat. Like, okay, touch me, but don't touch me no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give me okay, now back it up. He is so like standoffish. The door opens, any door, and he hides. I don't get scared that easily, but Chris does, and I don't know, but he is one of those, don't pet me, don't touch me kind of cat. Only when he wants it, then you can touch him.
I'm with you, Melanie. I like it when they finally get some justice. Not that everybody does, but
Mm-hmm. I like watching. Is it 48 Hours?
I like that
We
one.
were
First
watching that.
48. When I had cable television, my TV was always on Investigation Discovery. That's the only channel I watched.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen almost every show. Like, oh man, they had this one, like, they had this Deadliest Killer series where they did Deadliest Women, they did Deadliest Men. That one was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Forensic Files, all that.
Yeah.
Good night, Miss Angela. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. It's always lovely to see you.
Good night.
Yeah, lately, I mean, I've still been like playing the people that I love the most. I'm always going to play them and do as much as I can to comment and whatnot, although I don't always get to. But I've been pulling away a little bit from doing all the excessive crochet watching. And I've been kind of watching some true life crime stuff and some more current event type stuff, but we won't discuss that here. So,
Right. Well, it is like that. Like, okay, so I'm not trying to be like a bee or anything, but it's like I'm already working on something, and like me, I have a pair of socks plus this, and if I go see someone else's channel, even if it's a crochet video or a tutorial, it's like I know myself. I'll be like, "Ooh, I want to make that." You know what I mean? So it's like I have to just stay in my lane, and like if you do a
right,
live like this, yeah, I'll come over like, hey, blah, 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 blah. But to say that I'm gonna go watch a tutorial, or unless it's like shop with me or look what I got,
right,
those are really good. But it's hard. It's hard to keep up with everybody's lives. Um, it's hard to be like, oh, so and so is on it, so and so is on it. It's like how many, you have your TV on one, you got your phone, and then you have another working phone, and it's like, when does it get to be too much? Sometimes you got to back away just a little bit to keep your sanity.
right.
And I
You're
don't have much of that.
you're fine, Miss Soiler. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I think if anybody needs anything, they know to ask, and they know we'll do our best to take care of it.
Yeah.
So you're doing just fine. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Don't worry, girl. Take off your shoes. Relax. Get yourself a little crochet project going.
I've heard, someone said that the families that work with Investigation Discovery have been very unhappy. I've heard that a lot about a lot of the reality TV stuff, like the people that do the fixer upper places or the sell it or remodel it shows and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. A lot of the remodeling shows are, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad business practices going on, and what you see on the TV isn't necessarily what actually happened. I heard
Right.
a lot of them, they'll stage the house to look absolutely gorgeous and, oh, here's your house ready to move in. And they say, do a video with the kids running around and sitting on their new couch and all this and that. And it's so beautiful. And then as soon as the cameras go off, they rip all that furniture and all those beautiful decorations down and take them with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the family's got to move all their stuff back into the house. That's just ridiculous to me. If you're going to put it in the house, leave it in the house,
Or they do shoddy work,
Right. Yeah, I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of people really have had to sue because their houses fell down or practically fell down after. It's been really bad. I've heard some really horrible stuff about those shows.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, reality TV isn't really reality, unfortunately. It would be nice if it was. It's nice to think about, boy, that person just won that house, or that person just upgraded their life so much. They're going to be able to have such a better life now, and that's not the reality of what happened.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think also that a lot of reality shows are it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah,
It's
and like even those bachelor shows, half the time the people aren't even single. They got fiancés at home and stuff. It's
mhm.
like, why are you going on a bachelor show or a bachelorette show if you've got somebody, if you have no intention of actually do it's because most of them are social media influencers, and they just do it to increase their social media influence. It's crazy.
Mhm. It is. It is. Oh
Well,
man,
guys, I think I'm gonna get ready to say bye. I think we'll give it till 11 o'clock. So give you 4 minutes.
girl, I was like, it's 11. No, it's 10 o'clock my house. I was like, what the hell happened to the time?
Right, right.
Get the bejesus out of me, woman.
So I can take this little lady out to go do her business and have another meal because she's just starving.
Mhm. Yes, she is. You've been just keeping her from her nutrition.
Right, a
Mhm.
whole two and
Starving
a half
little
hours she's had to wait.
baby. I'm gonna have to call animal. No, that wouldn't be. What would it be for the CPS? Is it CPS?
Animal control, probably.
Ah, never mind. I'd be like, hey, she's not. Can I have them now?
Oh, that wife swap show. That was a weird show.
Yes. hmm You know what I like to watch? How how things are created, and like I've been watching a lot of like stuff like in India, like how they turn this into like this beautiful thing. You're like, what?
Hmm.
I love watching that in so many different places, so many different countries. It's like you open your eyes to like, wow. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Yeah.
think it's pretty cool.
I love watching the ones where they're making traditional things, like doing it by hand the old way.
Yes, man,
It's a lot of extra work.
they messed with it.
Wow.
Let me go back.
Like the people that do like hand lace and beaded lace, and wow.
I really
So amazing
love
though.
that. I was watching dyes that are made out of like this was in I think it was in Mexico. The way they make the red color, it's like a bug that tints it of whatever they're doing in red, and it's like just the known like roots, and those roots make this color, and I'm like,
Mhm.
we're over here using all these chemicals to dye stuff, and you know we could have been using that stuff,
I won't promise, Crystal, but I will try. She is kind of all over the place when she's eating. We do the chase the spoon thing, but I will try.
Yeah, Miss Chris was like, we need a piggy cam like 24/7.
Right,
We want to see what she's up to. Oh, she's sleeping. Now she's awake, you know.
Right? She's
You would
eating again.
oh, you would just have all of us like Bridget's live. Like it's okay, we're looking at her piggy.
That's right.
I'll watch the replay.
Hey, takes the pressure off of me. I ain't got to sit there and be
Right?
the one everyone's looking at. I know I ain't compared to her. I ain't shit. I mean, we know who the important one in the house is.
Right?
Her tail
I
is
just
just a
like
wagging away.
she's so cute. Like I don't know. I think that's where like we all get like, oh, like I want to get a pocket size or purse size Chihuahua just so I always have that little thing close to me. Mm-hmm.
Right? If only we could just put a freeze on her right now so she didn't get any bigger and she just stayed this cute, adorable little thing forever.
Yes, ma'am.
What I do is I put a towel down and we scrape her chin just like you do with a baby. You scrape their chin off and give them another spoonful.
That's cute.
Excuse me. Crystal, she should get to be about 25, 30 pounds. 40 if she really gets up there. But
Yeah.
she will be under knee high, and I'm all of 5'2", so my knees aren't that high. I'm short on both ends. I've got short legs and a short torso. Aren't I lucky?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, 40 pounds tops. So
That's cute though.
yeah, as long as you don't like completely overfeed her. Now, if I allowed her to eat whenever she wanted, whatever she wanted, she could potentially grow bigger than that. But I know how to. She gets plenty of food, will not need any extra, but
Yeah.
And there's a fruit and vegetable stand in town that, of course, they have to go through and pick out anything that's gotten any bad spots or whatever and can't sell it. And they let me go up there and get it so I can give the piggies extra veggies and fruits and whatnot.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She is a coon. She's a coon Juliana. Coons are, I think, like the second smallest breed. The Julianas are the smallest. Yeah, Crystal. Some pigs like the Yorkshires are ginormous. Yep, that's how you spell it.
She's already looking to see if she can get one.
Mm-hmm. They're all over the place down here. All over the place.
Crystal, you want to go on a road trip?
And you can get them anywhere from $75 all the way up to $350 if they're registered and all that kind of stuff.
That's not bad.
No.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, it's way cheaper than a puppy.
That's true.
I mean, because even like what was known when we were growing up as a mixed breed, now they're something special. Even mixed breeds down here, the cheapest you're going to get is like $650.
What did Crystal say? That's the cutest.
Soila says, road trip.
Right? 100%. With matching piglet. Yes, Miss Crystal, we'll come back.
Right.
No babies in the car. I can drive for 12 hours straight. So we would be there in a day.
Right. Yeah, if you had a second driver, you could definitely make it in a day.
No, I can do, I think it was 16 hours is the most I can do without sleeping. But you're not that far from me.
No, I'm only 18 hours from my home in Wisconsin, so I'm probably about 15 hours from you, 15, 16 hours from you.
Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, 2 drivers would be, so one of us can play with the pigs and then the other one drives, and then, you know,
Right.
keep petting and be like, it's my turn. Like, no, you keep driving. Oh my goodness. What number am I on?
Okay, yeah, I can't say you don't have room for her. She's so small.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine what your hubby would say?
Oh, he would kick me out with the little piggy. Or maybe keep the piggy and just throw me out. Like, you know, like, we ain't doing that one again.
Liz and I'd be making another trip to the pounds. Get
Right? Go get it again.
the baby back.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I swear that still makes me laugh. Anytime I think about it, makes me laugh. I'm like, girl.
Yeah, I think about that a lot too. So funny.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and the little moflo won't let me pet him, and I'm the one that brought him back.
Oh, that's a big puppy, overweight at 58 pounds. Needs rabies shots.
Yeah, I don't want a big dog. Like, even Alex, like that moflo is big. But yeah, something small where it's like you don't gotta worry about it as much. But a big one, I don't know.
Good night, Anastasia. Rest well, sweetheart.
Good night.
Well, we blew the time by 7 minutes, so we're gonna get on out of here, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Remember, next week we will be over at Mel's house. She should be on Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't yet told her congratulations for hitting that full monetization, head on over and give her a little love. And I know that would make her feel awesome when she wakes up in the morning, because she got all of her hours and she has all of her people. So she got her full monetization.
How you doing, girl?
Right. That's awesome. But until next time, keep creating your happy, guys. Bye for now. Oh,
What happened?
I gotta hit the right button.
Oh.